All right, hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this will be my first video, and today we're going to be ranking the One Piece openings. A little bit of backstory slash background, disclaimers of sorts. I love One Piece. It's my favorite show. It's been my favorite show since I was like probably like 11 or 12. I love all the One Piece openings so much. They all have a piece of my heart. Even the new ones I've actually really come to love and cherish. And there was a time in my life actually where I feel like everyone, well, maybe not everyone, has had that kind of weeb phase where all they would listen to was anime themes. Like, that's just like straight up all I listened to. Like, I remember in like sixth, seventh grade in middle school, I had to be like 11 or 12. All I would listen to was like Dragon Ball Z themes. It would be like, we are into like Believe, into Hikari A, and just like so many things. So I love all of these, but I definitely think there's a ranking between them. Some of them, like I said, I love all of them. I've been looking at other people's rankings, and I think their rankings are really kind of a little bit crazy to me. And I think there's definitely a hierarchy amongst them, and most people agree at the best ones, but I think everywhere else, is like kind of a little bit iffy. So, okay, so today, right now, we're gonna start at let's start at the bottom because I think it'll be more interesting if we go from the most recent opening all the way to We Are. So they don't have opening 24 on here, and I haven't really watched the Wano arc. I'm catching up on Wano right now. I'm reading the manga. I'm just finished Act 2, so I haven't really watched the Wano anime that much. I've heard Dreaming On, obviously, so I think that started at the end of Whole Cake, maybe, before Wano, so I've seen a little bit of it. I'm not fully caught up on Wano anyway, but I'm probably not gonna watch the Wano anime arc in full because the anime is just excruciatingly slow. Like, ever since Dressrosa, it's been like ungodly unwatchable, and I'm used to be an anime watcher, which is like the craziest thing. Now looking back on it, now I'm reading the manga, and everything's actually moving fast, and Luffy's not staring at the ground for 5 minutes on end, and we don't move. But yeah, so if opening 24 were on here, I would put it in solid. I think the animation is really good on it. I think you can see a lot of, well, the Wano arc anime in general is just like, it's really like in my opinion, the best like the One Piece anime has ever looked. I think Wano is absolutely gorgeous. The Japanese art is just so flawless. The kimonos, the cherry blossoms, the Wano, even Onigashima is just so beautiful. So the animation for the last few arc anime openings is very good, but the song itself, it's okay. It's kind of like your typical kind of anime opening Japanese thing, and I'm not watching the Wano arc in the anime, so I haven't had that repetition for it to grow on me. But it's not the best. It's not like, there's better and there's also worse in my opinion. But that's where I would place it if it had opening 24 on here. But that's where I place it in the solid category. Okay, next. Okay, so Dreaming On is the first opening of the Wano anime, and I would put it in solid along with episode 24. Like, it's kind of similar to opening 24 because the anime opening, like Kaido, you see Kaido's form, you get to see the Straw Hats outfits and everything, and it's just very, it's very beautiful, and the song is like upbeat generally, and it kind of fits the vibe of the Wano arc. The animation is what the song is, it's okay, like I like it, but it's very kind of your standard J-Rock anime opening kind of thing. So nothing amazing, nothing truly that mind-blowing, but the animation is what keeps it from being any lower, because the Wano arc just looks so flawless in general. So that's where I put Dreaming On. Okay, next we'll move on to opening 22, and Over the Top I actually think would go in the cute tier. No, I really like Over the Top. I think I just love Hiroshi Tadani. He's just so, he just has so much personality, and he has so much flair when he sings in the anime openings, that it's just like he really captures that, like, over the top, like, this it's the song's called Over the Top for a reason, like that over the top high energy anime feel that you just like love. And it just feels so One Piece when everything's just, the action is going, everyone's moving, the animation, and it just feels like you're really moving towards something. And I think like Over the Top really encapsulates like this part of the anime, and this is part of the saga because they're heading to Wano. It's very it feels kind of a little bit final in a way for the saga because obviously this started at Punk Hazard and Dressrosa and this whole plan to take down Kaido, and it just feels like you're moving toward this goal. And by the end, the whole cake arc, it kind of feels like, okay, like we're over the top, we're going towards the end, And over the top, anything Hiroshi Kitanani, he's just amazing, and I love his voice, and I love he just has so much personality and charisma in the way he sings the song, and the animation is also very good, similar to Dreaming On and Opening 24. I don't remember the name of it, but it was just very good. Like, I think Over the Top is like very good. I don't think it's like the best of it all, but it's very good. Okay, so moving on to the next song, Superpowers. I don't know about other people's opinions of this song, but I've seen some people not really like this song as much, but I actually really like Superpowers. In the Whole Cake Island arc, I was mostly an anime watcher, so I just watched the Whole Cake Island arc about maybe a year or two ago, maybe 2 years at this point. I kind of binged it, but I watched the One Piece edit, the fan edit that shortens it, because like it's just excruciatingly bad to watch the One Piece anime regular. Like, I don't know how people just watch it, especially week to week. It just feels like nothing in the world happens. But so I watched the One Piece edit of Whole Cake Island arc, and I like the Whole Cake Island arc. I mean, I have issues with Big Mom, but that's a story for another day. I think Whole Cake Island arc is a pretty solid arc, and I'd probably do it'd probably be around like maybe high tier ish if I made an arc ranking, which I probably will someday. But I saw a lot of people not liking Superpowers, but I don't know. I really like Superpowers. I think I really like Superpowers. Like, I don't know. I would put it in very iconic tier. Like, I think it just encapsulates the kind of high energy go kind of anime feel of it at One Piece, especially just in the Whole Cake Island arc where they're escaping and Big Mom is chasing them, and just feels like, yes, like the superpowers. And another thing I really like about this opening, and just anime openings in general, and I think some of my favorite One Piece openings kind of do this, the better they encapsulate the time period of the arc, the better I feel that the opening is. So I feel like Superpowers, it kind of makes you feel kind of that upbeatness and that kind of energy that the Whole Cake Island arc feels, especially like towards the end. I mean, in my opinion, side note, in my opinion, I think the Big Mom wedding cake, like, I think that chase goes on for entirely too long, but that's another story for another day. But I think it kind of captures that long feeling of like triumphantness, especially when they get Sanji back and the wedding cake and all of that. I really like Superpowers, and it's just really catchy. I think that, yes, we got Superpowers. This is very catchy. I really like the lyrics of this compared to some of the other ones. I think it kind of fits the One Piece anime, and I like when anime openings have those lyrics and things, because they're always like translated with the subs. At least if you watch like the official subs, I think like the lyrics for this one really like fit. It's typical like shonen, like superpowers, let's go, we got them, strength, friendship, whatever, like typical shonen tropes. But I really like Superpowers as an opening, just as a song in general. So I'm gonna put it in the very iconic tier, along with I think Whole Cake Island in general has very good rankings, and then that'll kind of segue us into Hope. So I really like Hope, mainly because I love Namie Muro. I think she's like such a fantastic singer, and this is kind of the same thing I would place to Superpowers. I think it really fits the arc of Whole Cake Island because it's just it's very upbeat, and it has the stakes and the sound that you would expect from like trying to get Sanji back and fighting Katakuri and all that stuff. So I think overall it's kind of the same reasons as Superpowers, where I would place it kind of high. And I just really like Hope. I think Namie Muro is, well, spoiler alert, Namie Muro is definitely, the other song she has is definitely going to be in top one. I mean, I think every One Piece fan would agree with that, but we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I don't know. I think Whole Cake Island arc as a whole has some very good animation too. I think the animation of Big Mom, especially the scenes where she is, and all the Big Mom's kids look very good in the Hope opening. I really like that. And I think overall it's pretty solid. So I think we'll move. Okay, on to opening 19, We Can. I was trying to remember, but it literally says it right there. I don't know why I can't like remember that. But We Can, I think this is the, I'm not really sure if this is like Whole Cake Island or like Zoe. If I'm messing up my timeline, I'm sorry. I haven't watched this in so long. Like, after a while, I feel like every One Piece fan can relate to it, especially if you're an anime watcher and you watch week to week. At some point, kind of things kind of blend together and openings blend together. You don't really know when did this start and blah blah blah. Especially with some of the earlier stuff in One Piece, I'm like, I don't even know when certain things happen. I'd have to really go back and read it, but I don't remember when We Can was. But I would put We Can in decent. I think it just, compared to the other kind of more upbeat, like J-Rocky kind of stuff, it just feels a little bit more flat. And the animation is not, I mean, none of the openings have bad animation. I think they all have like pretty good animation for openings in anime. I think they're all varied. They have, their fair share of like foreshadowing shots, the crew shots of the crew having fun doing things in different locations, and very fun, very One Piece print. But it also has, teasers about who the villains are, people around the world, other major characters, kind of following that One Piece formula of like, crew, what's going to happen in the arc, plot, other characters, kind of have the ambiance, kind of have the threat of it all, like all One Piece openings does. But this doesn't really do it for me as much as the other ones. It's not a bad song at all, but it's just, I listen to like the One Piece themes semi-frequently. I wouldn't listen to this as much as the other ones, but I still like it. I just think it's a good song. All right, moving on to number 18, and I can't see what this is. I don't remember what this is. I will look this up. But I remember One Piece opening 18 being, I remember liking this. I'm trying to see what opening this is. I'm kind of blanking on this opening, but I know it's like post time skip. Oh, Hard Knock Days. That's why I don't even know why I can remember that, because I really do really, really like Hard Knock Days. I think post time skip, it's one of my favorite ones. I would put it in a very iconic tier along with Hope and Superpowers. Like, Hard Knock Days, it just has, my favorite One Piece themes have the energy and they have encapsulate. I really like the animation for this one. And I really like the melody on this one. The melody on this song is just so good. Like the Hard Knock Days chorus. And I really like the production. I think the guitar in this song is very, very, very good. And very like catchy. And like the thing I like about this song and a lot of other like modern anime openings, it's very J-pop. Whereas like in the 2000s and 90s, you got more like kind of, it was still like J-rock and J-pop, but it was less electronic and less, maybe more R&B or more like alternative. Whereas now it's kind of more, just because J-pop in like the late 2000s and stuff has got a lot more electronic and stuff, that it's nowadays is like more electronic and J-poppy and just very over the top. And I like that generally, but sometimes like it can feel a little bit flat in other animes. But I think Hard Knock Days does what some other anime openings that have this style don't really do, whereas it kind of have like the personality rises up away from the production elements that are very electronic and very kind of generic. But I think Hard Knock Days really captures the energy, and this really reminds me of opening 6, Brand New World. It kind of feels like the New World version of Brand New World, and I really like that. I think the animation is really good. Obviously, all the animation is really good, and I just think Hard Knock Days is a really good song. So I would put Hard Knock Days in the very iconic tier. All right, so moving on to opening 17. I'm trying to remember what this one is too. Like high key, I can see the kind of titles on them, but I can't really read some of them because they're so small, and I don't necessarily remember like the order, especially some of the new world ones. But so I think this is Wake Up. I like Wake Up. I would put it in the solid tier. I think it's not a bad song. It's just not as good as some of the other ones post time skip for me. I think it's better than We Can for sure. It's around the same tier, same reasoning as like Dream On. I think the animation's fine. It's not the best of the opening animations, and it's not the best song. It just feels a little bit mute when it doesn't have to be. I mean, not every anime opening, One Piece opening has to be over the top. No, no pun intended, over the top. Not all of them have to be like, over the top, like Hiroshi Kitanani personality and J Rocky and have a guitar solo and be all electronic. Like, that's not what I'm saying, but it just feels a little bit mute when it shouldn't, and that's why I put Wake Up at, you know, solid tier. And I would also put Hands Up. Do I put Hands Up in decent, or do I want to put it in solid? I'm gonna put Hands Up at decent, but for the same reasons as Wake Up, but because it just feels a little bit mute when it shouldn't. For the same reason, basically. I mean, the animation's cool. I think the animation on Hands Up is better than Wake Up, but I don't know. It's just not. It's not that exciting of a song. It's not that catchy of an anime opening. And after a while, this one, because I'm an anime watcher, so I would watch, episode after episode after episode. One Piece is like a very bingey show. Like watching this week to week in anime is like excruciatingly painful, and no one does it. But watching week to week is just, for this one, or just binging it, it's kind of, I kind of got tired of it. And there's only a few ones that you watch in the anime that go long where you're just like, I'm a little bit tired of this. So I would put it in decent tier. It's not bad. I still would like the song. Like, whenever I listen to One Piece themes, I usually listen to them in order, so I go from 1 to 24, and I like it. So I wouldn't put it in not the best. I don't know if I would put anything in not the best, really, the spoilers, but yeah. So the post time skip, these are all the ones post time skip. So I think post time skip, I know a lot of people have this opinion where they're like, oh, post time skip, the anime themes aren't as good. And I wouldn't agree with that, because I don't know. I think it's a little bit mixed for sure, because Weekend and Hands Up are not that exciting, and Dream On, but the ones that are good, I think, are up there for some of the best ones. Like, I love Hope. I love Superpowers. Over the Top is good. So I think it's like a mixed bag per se. I mean, pre-time skip is, spoiler alert, gonna be better. Obviously, they're gonna have more songs that are higher, but you know, I don't think it's a fair characterization to say that the openings post time skip have been as good. But all right, heading towards pre time skip. Well, I guess We Go is considered time skip, so I would put We Go in top one tier. I think We Go is so excellent, and like, obviously, like, anything Hiroshi Kitanani does is just, I love him. I'm a fan of him. He has so much charisma and personality, and I think this is the perfect anime opening for the time skip. Everyone has their redesigns. We get to see their redesigns anime the first time. We get to see them on the Sunny again, and like, everyone's new look and new outfits, new straw hat, and it just represents new. It's like we're going to the new world, and it just has the energy and has the passion. And Hiroshi Kitanani has the passion to sing it and just really make you kind of excited for the new world and say, we go, and we're going to the new world. And I think that's so amazing. And it's just, the production is so great, and he just carries the song so well. I really love the lyrics. I like when the lyrics of anime openings kind of fit very specific moments in the show, and not just in a generic shonen, like, we're gonna fight, we're gonna win kind of, shonen, or power, friendship, like, we're on the journey kind of way. Like, this is very like targeted, because we're going to the new world. This is after time skip. We go, and I like that it's referencing something that's not on a surface level shonen way, and I really like that about this opening. And We Go just perfectly encapsulates, we're going to the new world. This after the Straw Hats reunite on Sabati Archipelago, and it's just very, very, very good. And I think it's definitely for sure one of the best openings. And on the subject of one of the best openings, I think every One Piece fan is going to put Fight Together at, obviously, goes in the top one tier. Nami Amuro, she's amazing. I really like, obviously, I love her voice in Hope, but We Fight Together is just so good. I think this might be my favorite. Well, I don't know. I have to think about that actually more. But it's definitely like top 3 for animation. You're just in the thick of Marineford, and that arc is just one of the best arcs I've ever seen in my life. It's just so unbelievably good. And the the opening animation is just so beautiful. You get to see Sabo and Ace and everything, and this is before we learn that Sabo is still alive. So when you see Sabo and Ace, and Ace is Luffy's just going to save Ace, and it's just so emotional and just so impactful, and we fight together. It just really encapsulates the feel of Marineford, and it's like We Go, where yes, it's kind of like a shonen trope, like, oh, we fight together, friends, blah blah blah. But I like that this kind of references a very specific kind of feel, just like We Go references going to the New World. It represents, we're fighting together. We are all, friends, family. We're fighting together to come rescue Ace, and especially with the themes of Whitebeard, and Whitebeard being like, I will be a father to you when no one else was, and I'll be that person for you. And that was that person for Ace, because Ace didn't have Roger, obviously, because he was the king of pirates. You can't really have kids when you're a king of pirate. I mean, he got executed, so like, what kind of father would Roger realistically be, even if he did stay alive? But I really like how it kind of means a lot to the themes of the arc, and it just shows a lot. And the song is fantastic. Like, I think it's very, very, very good, and I think it deserves every One Piece fan who's going to put it in the top tier. And similarly enough, as Marineford is one of the best arcs in the series, if not the best. I mean, we'll see what Wano's doing, but my personal favorite is Enies Lobby, but that's another conversation for another day. One Day is also going in the top 1 tier. I just think this opening is just fantastic. Like, it similar to Fight Together and We Go, where it captures a very specific feeling that once you get out of Impel Down, because I think this starts the end of Impel Down. I'm not quite sure. I watched this so long ago, so I'm not sure where it starts. I think this starts at the end of Impel Down, where Luffy's finally out of prison, and after that slog of getting through Impel Down in the prison, and he's finally out and going to save Ace. But it feels like you're in despair, because obviously Ace is not in Impel Down, and he's being moved to be executed. So obviously, the stakes are getting really, really, really high, and it feels very melancholic in a way, because Ace is about to be executed, and they start showing him on the platforms, and like right before Whitebeard and the others arrive at Marineford to go rescue Ace, and it just captures that like kind of sad, dark, but like kind of melancholic feeling. And I think the song is like such a perfect choice for what you feel as a One Piece fan and what Luffy feels post Impel Down. And I really like it. And the animation's also gorgeous. It's just Marineford also just visually just looks amazing. And I think the Marineford arc, both One Day, Fight Together, and even the next one, kind of have the best of the kind of One Piece trope of like showing important characters, because Marineford is just kind of like the whole all these important characters coalesce. Everyone we've met. There's Doflamingo's even there, Law's there. There's just so many important people there. All the Navy admirals are there, the Shichibukai, just everyone's there. And I think it really does a good job of showing like what's important characters and why this is really going to be a big deal when they show like the other characters. So One Day is definitely one of my favorite ones, and I've listened to the artist that does it. I can't remember the band name, but they only have one album, and I listened to the rest of the album. It's actually very good. So if you want more songs like One Day, kind of more Japanese rock, that album is actually really good. I don't remember the name of the album, I'm sorry, but it's so good. I really like them. So if you're interested in more songs like One Day, I would say check it out, because I've actually listened to a few of the artists who made One Piece themes, like their other music, and I've actually enjoyed it a lot. But I think they're the one I've enjoyed the most, other than, well, we'll get to one of my favorite artists of all time. It has 2 One Piece themes, and I love that. But yeah, so okay, the next one the next one is Opening 12, and I think I don't remember the English title, and I don't want to say the Japanese title because I might butcher it, and y'all might try to like kill me in the comments. So we are going to look that up. Or whatever. It's Kaze wo Sagashite. I probably said that wrong. I don't care. So many people put this in not the best, and I've seen this. I've watched a few other tier lists. around the internet and stuff because I'm catching up on One Piece right now. So in the Wano arc, and I haven't really tapped in the community because I wanted to avoid spoilers. But now that I'm like kind of watching people's theaters, I'm watching what people think and engage with the community. I've seen a lot of people put Kazuo Sakashite at not the best tier or like the worst opening, and I like couldn't disagree more. I would put it in cute tier. I actually really like this this opening. This is the most unpopular opinion. I know it is. I know it is. Crucify me now, but I know everyone doesn't like this because it's upbeat, it's happy, it's just whatever. But I don't know. It does it fit Impel Down? No, for sure not. Unless, well, the part at the end where it kind of slows down and you see Ace in the prison in the sea cuffs, chains, and everything like that. Okay, that part, I feel like you get what the Impel Down vibes, the seriousness vibes, but it feels so happy and upbeat, and it doesn't match the tone of where we are in Impel Down, because Impel Down is like literal hell on earth. Like, it's One Piece version of hell. Like, trust me, I would not want to be in Impel Down. I don't think anyone wants to be in Impel Down, but I don't know. I really like Kazuo Sakashite. I think it's very, very catchy. I love like the kind of gang vocal vibes of it. I think it's so catchy and so fun. And in terms of like shots where the crew is kind of having fun and like doing stuff and it's very colorful and very like kitschy, I think it has some of the best of like the crew animation, and it's really hits different here because the crew is kind of not together. They've been separated by Kuma, and Luffy's kind of lost them, and he's on Impel Down. He's kind of by himself. So I don't know. I feel like, yes, it's unrelated, and the crew's all here, and the crew's here in the animation, but the crew is not physically there in the Impel Down arc or Marineford or whatever at all. But I don't know. I feel like it's different because the crew's not there, but in the openings of every episode you can kind of see the crew again, and you kind of miss them a lot because this arc is long. Impel Down and Marineford, it's like the subject matter just makes it feel so long, and it is a longer arc. I think it's like maybe this and Dressrosa and Wano are probably like top 3 longest arcs, right? I don't know, maybe Skypiea, I'm not sure on the actual episode length and arc and all that, but I don't know. I really love this. I really love Kazuo Sakashite. No one else is gonna agree with me. Pitchforks, get the pitchforks ready. I'm sorry, I don't care. It's so catchy. It's so good, and I love it. Okay, so moving on to opening 11. So a little bit of backstory. One of my favorite K-pop group of all time, well, tied with SHINee, but we can talk about that another day, is TVXQ, or Toho Shinki as they're known in Japan. I love them so much. They're one of my favorite artists. I've loved them for like since I was in middle school. I'm like over like 10 years at this point. I love TVXQ so much. So the fact that TVXQ has one of my favorite artists of all time has multiple openings for my favorite show, it's just like I'll never be over that. I'll never get over that. I'll never be happy. I'll never be happier. It's something that just like makes my entire universe. So obviously, Share the World is just gonna go in top 1. It has to go in top 1. It's just so good. I think it's up there with some of the best of the openings. It's just an amazing song, and this is gonna be more of a TVXQ stand moment than a One Piece opening thing. The animation's great. I think what Share the World does a really good job of, because I think this is Share the World is Amazon Lily, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And I think what Share the World does the best out of all these openings, along with One Day, is they show all the warlords and all these important characters, and like, after the crew's been separated, whatever, during Amazon Lily. And I just love the mystery of like seeing who these figures are, and like before you really meet Boa Hancock, and before you really know about like Marineford, Impel Down, there's no way to really predict what is going on. I remember watching this and being like, seeing Luffy stand across from Boa Hancock in the opening, and they just had the panning shot of just Boa Hancock looking at him, and she's so mysterious. And then I was like, oh, is this the next person Luffy's gonna like fight? And you don't really know until you're on, later on you see obviously like Boa Hancock's like gonna be in love with Luffy, which is one thing I love. Like I love how obsessed she is with Luffy. I think it's the funniest thing ever, and I love Boa Hancock. And side note, for those who are you guys are all caught up with Wano. If you're probably like more caught up than I am, I don't know. But the end of Act Two, where they're abolishing the warlords, like I'm so excited to see Boa Hancock fight, like for real, because she fought, but not really. At Marineford, like she fought, but like I want to see what she's really made of for her, because obviously if she's gonna be the warlord to sea, like she has to be powerful, you know. So I don't think we've truly seen Boa Hancock, and I really want her to kind of fulfill on that my want of her to be kind of like this bad, like baddie energy that she has, and I love her, and I really want to see her in combat and see what she can really do. But that kind of started with the Share the World opening, where you see Luffy and you see her, and you're like, oh my god, like, you know, I feel like Share the World has the bombast that some of the other openings don't really have. So yeah, I really like Share the World. I love TVXQ, so I'm gonna put it there. I think it's very catchy, very upbeat. I think the vocals are obviously it's TVXQ. The vocals are gonna be excellent. So yeah, I would put Share the World at top one for sure, for sure, for sure. All right, we are, and this kills blasphemous and TVXQ. I love TVXQ. They're one of my favorite artists of all time. So hearing them sing "We Are," it's just like my entire spirit is just so filled and fulfilled by the by this at all times. But I don't. Top one is getting crowded. We Are is just We Are can go no lower than very iconic. Obviously, any rendition of it, obviously. But out of respect for the original We Are, because I don't obviously the original We Are is gonna be top one. Spoiler, it's not even a spoiler. You all know that. Everyone agrees with that. Obviously. But the renditions of We Are, I think would have to go in the very iconic tier. I love TSQ. I think their version is good. I like the production a lot. I think the production is very like kind of it's obviously like a faithful update to We Are, and I really do enjoy it. Yeah, so I think We Are TVXQ version would go in very iconic tier. I think it's good because obviously it's We Are, and I'll save my full thoughts on like the actual We Are when we get to the actual We Are. But yeah, and Jungle P. Okay, so I remember years ago seeing that people did not like Jungle P and putting in the worst, and I cannot. I think that's the most insane thing ever. I love Jungle P so much, and I when I listen to all the One Piece themes over again to make this video, I was like appalled that people like in the comments, like you know, those compilations like One Piece openings 1 through 24, and it's like 2 hours long or whatever. People in the comments were like Jungle P is like a flop and like stuff like that, and like I saw another tier that came where they put like Kazuo Sakashite and Jungle P at the worst, and I'm like, are you crazy? I love Jungle P. Jungle P is just, if you don't like Jungle P, you just don't like fun. I'm sorry, like you don't like fun. Jungle P is just so amazing. In terms of like the upbeat One Piece themes pre time skip, I think it's one of the best. Jungle P just has the campiness that I love and that I love in One Piece. I just love the rap. Everyone like drags the rap part. I love the rap part. Like all the kids in front of the TV. Yes, let's go. Like I love it. I love how upbeat it is. I love how catchy it is. The production is so good. The saxophone is so good. If you listen to the full version of it, with the rap and the sax solo and everything, it's just so amazing. The animation is gorgeous. It just represents like such a fun wonder, and like One Piece is so many things, but fun is one of the best things it is. And I love Jungle Piece so much. I think it's very underrated, and I will put it up there with, you know, One Day We Fight Together We Go, you know, all those other like amazing themes. I think Jungle Piece is so good. I like the place where it is in the anime. All right, so moving on to opening 8, Crazy Rainbow. I saw people putting this low too, and I love Crazy Rainbow Star. Or maybe it's just Crazy Rainbow, but whatever. I love Crazy Rainbow. I really do. I think it's where would I put it though? I don't think it's very iconic or top one. Let's put I'll put Crazy Rainbow in cute tier. I think Blondes are cute. I don't think it's the best or very iconic, but I think it's solid at what it does. Just like Over the Top and Kazuo Sakashite, I really do enjoy Crazy Rainbow Star. Anyway, I love I just love this opening so much. I think it's like along with Jungle Pete. I feel like this era of One Piece, like, is this like what, Water Seven? Maybe I don't remember. No, that's I'm way off in my ranking. When is this? I have no idea what anything is anymore. I'm sorry. Is this Thriller Bark? What's after that? Thriller Bark, probably, because Brand New World is in his lobby. So this is definitely not Water Seven. Am I crazy? Crazy Rainbow's fun. I don't know. I think it's really chill. And I love like the kind of 2000s J Rocky kind of stuff before it gets too electronic or too metally. I like the openings like that. So I Crazy Rainbow Star is fun. I think it's cute. I think it's better than some of these other songs. Yeah, like there's not that much to say about it. It's really good. Okay, so we are Straw Hats version. It has to go in very iconic. It just has to. Obviously, we are. I'll talk about the song We Are, like the actual merits of the song in general, like when we get to the actual We Are. But We Are Straw Hats version is actually like so much fun and so good. It just warms my heart to hear all of them singing We Are. I think it's such a great love letter to the fans, to the history of We Are. The only thing I don't like about it is the TV version or the version showing the opening doesn't have all the Straw Hats singing, and I think they could have worked a better way for everyone to share lines because, you know, if you listen to the full length version, hearing like Zoro and Sanji don't even sing. So like Zoro and Sanji singing, I think is like the funniest and best thing ever. Obviously, like Luffy's like belligerent, belligerent vocals, I think are like so funny and fun. And I think We Are is just an amazing song. And here's Try It singing. It was like a really good nod. Was this for like the 5-10 year anniversary, or was that the other We Are? I don't remember. But it was just so good to hear the singing voices, and I think the line distribution is actually really good when you listen to the full length version. And I don't know, I really love every single Straw Hats part on it. Even Robin's like muted voice on it, she kind of harmonizes with Chopper in it. And Robin, you don't think Robin's gonna like, belt out and sing. So she's obviously with Chopper, and I really like that. I feel like the way everyone sings kind of fits their characters. Like it makes sense that Luffy's like loud and obnoxious in the way he sings, and like Chopper's voice sounds so cute, and Zoro's voice sounds kind of like like deeper and like not as into it, which is like how you would think Zoro would really be. Like you're gonna ask Zoro to like sing, like come on. But I really like this opening. I think it's really cute and fun. Do I listen to it a lot? No, but I think it's really good for what they were trying to do. All right, and back to my favorite arc in this lobby. Brand New World, instant top one, instant top one, instant top one. I love Brand New World. It just fits in his lobby so perfectly. The animation is so gorgeous. I could talk for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours about his lobby. And his lobby is my favorite arc. I'm sorry, it's still my favorite arc in One Piece. I like it more than Marineford. I think it would be. And his lobby is just flawless, but we can talk about that another time. I think the opening for this is so amazing. The animation's so good. I think Brand New World has the best animation showing like fights in between, fights of the arc. I think that they showcase, you see what Zoro versus Kaku, and or is that Sanji versus Kaku? No, it's Zoro versus Kaku because Kaku has the swords. Anyway, and Usopp and like Nami and Chopper like rampaging, and it's just like the fight scenes. And and his lobby is always my favorite fights, because I just love the fights where I love in One Piece where every Straw Hat gets their amazing and great fight. I really, really, really love that, and that's why I love Enies Lobby. Nami with the little like rubber soap lady fight. I think is so good. I like how everyone has their individual fights, and like they're just going to save Robin, and I love Enies Lobby so much, and I will never shut up about it. But Brand New World is just the song itself is just so upbeat and catchy, and it just feels like you're really on top of the world. And the full length version, like if you haven't listened to like the full version, it gets even more over the top. Like the key changes and the repeated high notes at the end just really like drive it home and take it there. And when they belt Brand New World over and over again at the end, it just feels so good. And it just really captures the like feeling of like we are going to save Robin. It just feels so epic. And and there's one panel from this. What really strikes me is there's a panel that Oda did for, you guys probably know it, where kind of around this time that I always like associate with Brand New World, and it's the Battlefield one where it says no parking on the battlefield, or like don't park on the battlefield or something like that. And that's one of my favorite like spreads that like Otis had, and it reminds me like Brand New World in that era. And I just love this anime. This opening is so good. Like it's so fantastic. All right, so moving on to opening 5, Kokoro no Chizu. Okay, I love Kokoro no Chizu. I like it a lot. I mean, obviously, I like all these, but I would put Kokoro no Chizu in solid. I think it's like a good, fun opening. It doesn't fit Water 7 as much as you would think, but the animation's cool, and I think it doesn't do anything super great, but it doesn't do anything super bad either. And I like the song. I think it's catchy. I think it goes on for too long in the anime though, but I don't really have that much to say about Kokoro no Shizu. It's catchy. I like that it mentions One Piece directly. I like, bring back anime studios, bringing in people in house to write about the songs. I think nowadays we kind of just pick people to kind of pick existing songs and stuff, and don't really have like people in house doing theme songs and writing about, mentioning the text and not having be subtext. Just mention like the overt text, at the end of like, oh, One Piece. I want them to mention that, because then I think it makes for like more related openings and better themes. But that's just like something I feel about anime in general, personally. So I like that Kokoro Chizu does that. I think it's a fine song. I think it's catchy. Not that much to say about it. It's solid. All right, Bon Voyage, another top one. I'm sorry. Like, I think this song is excellent. The production, Skypiea is also, well, we can have another discussion about Skypiea. I got online on here, and I saw, people's ARC rankings, and I saw people putting Skypiea in mid tier, and I just could not believe that, because Skypiea and Enies are my favorite arcs. I love Skypiea so much. I love the era. I love the design. And I think the criticism that people say of Skypiea, like, oh, it doesn't relate to the story that much, y'all are looking real crazy. I think everyone who said that, like, oh, Skypiea doesn't relate to overall plot of One Piece so much, first of all, y'all don't know anything to say that, because it's Oda. Everything matters. There's nothing trivial. Everything comes back. Everything is foreshadowed. Everything relates. Like, come on. And I think Skypiea haters and people who put it low, saying it's not that much, are looking real dumb right now. In the Wano arc, when they find out, all the poneglyph stuff, I haven't gotten there, but I kind of know some what happens. I think they're looking real dumb right now with the world history and stuff, because obviously, like, Skypiea is going to come back and matter. Obviously, with the world history, and, that being one of the only places that the world government isn't, and, the poneglyphs and all that stuff. So, like, obviously, Skypiea is going to matter. It's the largest story in One Piece. Like, it's like one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Anyways, but Bon Voyage is just so fantastic. I love the production. My favorite thing about this is, like, the vocals and production. The production, like the bongos, it just feels so tropical, and I really feel like it captures that Bon Voyage, that opening feeling that we have once we, what's the Lord? It's been a minute since I watched Skypiea, but whatever the little like waterfall going up into the island in the sky is called, that kind of sense of wonder when the shots finally make it up to Skypiea, or is that, yeah, up to Skypiea. So the bongos, I think, are great. Like the cowbells in the song, I think, are fantastic. The guitar is also fantastic. I think it's just, all the instruments are like live instruments, just blend so well together. And I think the singer's voice, her voice is just so upbeat and great, and I think the melody is great. The lyrics fit Skypiea so well. The kind of wondrous feeling, like we're going to an island in the sky that not no one knows about, but no one thinks that exists, and Bellamy and all the other people like don't think exists, and I think that's so exciting, and Bon Voyage just captures that feeling, and I love this anime opening so much. I think it's one of the better produced ones out of all the openings. All right, Hikari A. I like Hikari A. I would put it in cute. Yeah, I don't have that much to say about it. I like the animation. It's one of the better ones for like the crew moments where you're just kind of sitting there. It's kind of crazy Rainbow Star. It's cool. Like, I don't know. It's cool. I really like it. I don't have that much to say about it. I like it. I think it's cute. I don't think it's the best one, but I also think it's better than a few of the other ones. Okay, Believe. I think Believe goes in very iconic tier. I think it's in terms of like '90s upbeat J-pop. I really like the song because it's just, it's very catchy. Like, this is one of the most catchy One Piece openings. I feel like every One Piece fan has had Believe stuck in their head at least a couple of times. So it's just, I don't know. Once you get past We Are, it just feels like, once Luffy kind of has a crew and it's like, the original like five even before Chopper gets there and Believe, once it shifts after, because I think this opening comes after Arlong Park, I think, if I remember correctly. So it just feels like the world is opening up and you get to see so much in the opening. And I think it's a really seminal moment in like kind of the anime openings because we kind of get to see the world and Luffy kind of build a crew. And the first time we kind of get to see crew dynamics and get those kind of opening shots. Like, I think Believe is kind of the blueprint for all the animation wise. It's the blueprint for all the other openings. And the song is good too. It's very catchy, very upbeat. And I think like if you haven't listened to the full length version, like the 3 or 4 minute version, like the key change, upbeat, and the other verses, I think you really should because I think it really elevates the song. But it's kind of like the blueprint, so I would put it in very iconic tier. It's very good. All right, and saving the best for last, we have We Are. Obviously, come on, like We Are is just so classic. I think it represents everything One Piece is. It's just the animation is gorgeous. The 1,000 episode recreation of this was absolutely gorgeous. I think everyone like literally like cried. Everyone cried like watching that. I think it was just so beautiful to see. We Are is just such a fun opening, and Hiroshi Kizunani is just amazing. Has so much personality, obviously. And We Are is just fun. You get to see, Luffy, and you get to see his abilities, and just as an opening for the show, it really introduces to the world, to the personality of Luffy, and just everything is just so amazingly good about this opening. It just really captures that kind of East Blue when the world is a little bit smaller, but you can see there's so much. The world is so small in East Blue, but you know that there's so much more, and there's so much to do, and it feels adventurous. I think We Are feels the most adventurous out of all of them. After the monologue about Roger Pirates, like it's very like Roger the King of Pirates is very foundational to One Piece in the opening, and it really is the opening. We are on the cruise. It just feels like the ultimate like declaration of adventure, and it's the start of this incredible journey in this incredible world that is really just built and started here in the Roger story and that promise. And you get to see Luffy and like Luffy going to be the king of pirates, and he's going to be the king of pirates. So I really like this opening. It's very iconic. I don't need to explain any further about why We Are is amazing. You all know We Are is amazing. Anyways, so let's try to order them within tiers. I don't know if I can do it for top one. I'm gonna keep it real. It's super hard. I love all these songs so much. But let's start at decent tier. I think Hands Up is better than We Can. So that's pretty easy. Okay, Dream On, Wake Up, and Kokoro no Chizu. I would put Kokoro no Chizu at the top. Then I would put Wake Up over Dreaming On for sure. Okay, so Kaze wo Sagashite, Crazy Rainbow, Hikari A. I would put Kaze wo Sagashite over the top. And then Crazy Rainbow, then Hikari A. Do I want to put Crazy Rainbow or Hikari A? I put Hikari A because I don't know, that East Blue Wonder is just so good to me. Okay, so that's how I would rank it. I would put Kaze wo Sagashite over the top, then Hikari A, then Crazy Rainbow for sure. Okay. Out of this tier, now this work is kind of hard. I might put Believe at the top, and then Hard Knock Days. Oh Lord. And then actually no. Maybe. Okay, no. No, okay, well okay. The We Are's have to be at the bottom. I'm sorry. Hope. Do I like Hope more than Superpowers? No. Hard Knock Days. Hard Knock Days. Okay, yeah, that's how I rank it. I put Believe, then Hard Knock Days, then Superpowers, then Hope, then the We Are's. Yeah, I think this could really switch for me though, because I really love Hard Knock. I don't know. I really love superpowers. Like I feel like I don't think like anyone else really loves superpowers like I love superpowers. Like if you love superpowers like I love superpowers, then let me know. But yeah, so that's how I rank them. Oh God, this is so ungodly. Okay, We Are has to stay at the top. Obviously, we can't. I'm not moving We Are. This is so insanely difficult to rank, but I really love Brand New World and Jungle P One Day. Okay, this is impossible to rank. I can't do it. I love these songs all too much. They're all tied for me. They're really all tied to me. Like I love Bon Voyage just as much as I love One Day, but I love these all for different reasons. They're kind of spread out. Like this is like We Are is just amazing for us opening. I think they all do different things, so I can't rank them like I can rank the rest of these. They all do different things, and they do them well, and they're all such varied songs and varied over the years and productions, and I have all different reasons why I love them. So I can't rank them, but so this is my. I think this will be my ranking. I didn't have anything not the best here, so we can go ahead and just delete that. This will be my ranking One Piece themes. I think overall the One Piece themes are very good. I think some of the other long form anime series like have the problem of not keeping up over a while after a while, and then kind of having flop like anime openings that just don't have the magic of like the especially Linden Running from the 2000s 90s. The kind of like their 2010s ones are like recently it's like not that good. But I think One Piece does a solid job of having like a kind of a curve of quality. Like Superpowers is in my like upper tier. Like I like Superpowers. We Go is in my top one. So like as the show goes on, there's just a lot more great openings. It doesn't really go downhill. Nothing nosedives. I think if opening 25 is we're not getting another opening for like what 2 years at this point because didn't 24 just come out? I guess remember like I put 24 like it's right next to 23 like in the solid tier. If we don't get a really really really, really good opening 25, then I might be a little concerned, but I don't think so. I think we're due for like a very 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 good opening for the next opening, but 24 might grow on me. I think 24 I would put in solid tier, but it could go up to like the cute tier if it grows on me a little bit more because I like the animation a lot for that one. I think it's really good showing their Onigashima raid and everything. But this would be my ranking One Piece. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll probably do more One Piece videos and content and everything because I love the show and I'm catching up on Wano and I'm recently obsessed with it. But yeah, thank y'all for watching and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Bye.